would say go more variety, and that's what I wish I did when I first started out.
Favorite streamer right now?
Favorite streamer right now is still too much of anything is bad for you, no matter how positive or negative it is. And I kind of live by that.
Welcome to Behind the Stream, a place where I sit down with streamers to talk about their streaming journey, about ups and downs and everything else that happens behind the stream. Today my guest is ErockToDeadly, a creator who streams and makes videos across different platforms. He has built a strong community and brings great energy to everything he does. So let's jump in and hear his story. ErockToDeadly, thank you very much for finding time for this. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man.
Okay, and as always, let's start as I call it. What's your gaming CV? Like when you started and what do you stream? Where do you stream?
I started, it was about December of 2019. Yeah, December of 2019. It was on my birthday, actually.
Hey.
I was streaming Resident Evil 5 for my first one. I'm a huge Resident Evil nerd. So that was the first game that I went for. Just to stream it, you know, why not? Just chill, relax. I already went out for my birthday and everything. So
what's the story behind your stream name?
Oh, my stream name? Okay. So it actually kind of starts off with the way I got my nickname, Erock. I was 12 or 13, just chilling with my older cousin, and he would try to, like, you know, spit out some nicknames every now and then throughout our conversations, just to, you know, try to find something that would stick. You know, first one I remember that he tried to call me E-Money, but that didn't really stick. I was like, I don't want that. I'm good. And then he was like, just out of nowhere, Erock. I was like, I don't hear that name that often. You know, that nickname out there. Yeah, that could stick. And then when I first started streaming, it was Erock with some numbers at the end of it. As I saw myself growing more, then that's when I was like, okay, maybe I need to get the numbers out the name, and let's add a little bit more to it. I forget what names I went through at the time. And then I came up with ErockToDeadly. I was like, I am kind of deadly at this game, so that kind of fits the whole thing here. It's like, yeah, we're gonna go with that for right now. And it's just stuck. It's been there ever since. Never changed it. So that's the whole story behind it.
Let's talk about your gaming background, and we will get into streaming a bit later.
Okay.
So what's the first game you ever played?
First game ever played, Resident Evil 1, the original on PlayStation. That's the first.
So you started on console, yeah?
Yeah. I started on console. My grandfather got me into gaming at a very young age. He still games to this day. He's like 76.
Kind of family, streamers family, right?
Yeah,
Gamers
exactly.
family.
So my grandmother plays some. My mom plays some. So we're all a bunch of gamers. And
awesome.
Yeah, Resident Evil 1 was the very first one.
And was it the game that straight away hooked you up, like made you fall in love with gaming, or that was some other bit later, some other game?
Yes and no. The reason why I say that is because even to this day, I'm a huge scaredy cat. So playing horror games is not my thing really, but I love Resident Evil. Like, I played through every single one of them. Like, I would force myself to get done because I am that big of a fan. But as a kid, I was a scaredy cat when it came to like horror movies and stuff.
How many parts Resident Evil has already now?
Oof. As of mainline, they're coming out with their 10th one. Sometime next year, I believe, like January, February. Then they got a whole bunch of side games. I played all of them. Every single one of them.
You played all of them already, like first 9 you played already?
Yeah. Yep. I played every single one of them. Even if they got re-released, you know, on future consoles and stuff like that. Played it. The other day, I just bought Resident Evil 3, the original from 1998. You know, as 98 and 99, one of the two. But yeah, I bought the original for PC.
Which one was the harder to complete?
Harder to complete. I would have to say Cole Veronica. It's not part of it pushes the story of the game forward, which then leads into the fourth game. Um, but Cole Veronica, in my opinion, was the hardest one. Uh, you can really soft lock yourself in the game if you don't plan ahead correctly. And a lot of people have soft locked themselves out the game. I'm one of them. So I had to restart the entire game all over again because I saved over my save. So I couldn't go back.
Which game, like, is it also Resident Evil? Like, which game may hit you emotionally the hardest? Like,
Ooh.
is it Resident Evil or some other story?
It's another one. It's another one. I would probably say the most recent game will probably have to be Expedition 33. That the first 30 minutes to an hour in the prologue, it hit me. I was about to tear up on stream. I said, "Oh man, I have never cried on stream before. This might be a
Oh
first."
my god.
I had to hold
Really?
back a little bit. But the first game, I can't remember what my first game is though. It's not coming to me.
Okay, that's fine anyway. And which is the weirdest game you ever played?
Weirdest game. Weird.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Something like you
Okay.
saw, oh, this will
There's.
be another normal game, and then you like turn it on, and it's like, whoa, 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 what's happening?
I will probably have to say Silent Hill 3.
Oh,
Silent Hill
even I have played
3.
it.
Yeah. It's like the big scaredy cat and everything, but I do try to push myself through these games because watching my grandfather play these games growing up pushed me to even want to play it. So, and Silent Hill 3 was definitely one of them. And yeah, that game to me is, I'm like, what is going on here?
And which game, present or in past, which game is the one that makes you rage quit mostly? Like the
Rage quit? I don't rage quit
the one
really,
that gets in your nerves,
but
like
the one
you are like few percent,
it's
few steps away from throwing your controller against the wall, something like that.
Hunt Showdown for sure. I
Hunt
love it,
Showdown.
hate that game, man. I love it to death, but I also hate it at the same time.
Yeah,
Um,
no, everybody knows. Everyone who played Hunt Showdown knows what you mean straight away. So it's not just players that can kill you, it's zombies, or it's combination zombies and
yeah.
humans, and you're just like, oh my god, and you got like 7 losses in the row, right? 7 matches, so you completely heartbroken almost. Let's say that way. But then all it takes is one win, isn't it?
It's that one win to get you all hooked all over again. You like, all right, another game, and then you lose that next game. Like, I should have got off last game. Right? I would have been feeling good. But sometimes it happens. It's addicting. Hunt Showdown is an addicting game for sure.
If you could live in any game world, which one that would be?
Any game world,
Hunt Showdown?
man, no. Let me Hunt Showdown for me.
That would be awesome. Like all zombies all around.
Well, I had something like maybe it's a little as dark as Hunt Showdown in a way. Um, Dragon Age Origins. I loved the world of Dragon Age, especially in the first game. It was, in my opinion, a lot more darker than the rest of them. And medieval times. You got your swords, you got your flails, all that stuff. You got your heavy armor, light armor, your bows, and I like those type of games a lot. RPGs is also a huge thing for me.
So apart from first-person shooters, RPGs, your
Yes,
second favorite, let's say.
yes, for
So
sure.
which one? I'll try to guess. No, I'm not trying to guess. Like the ones I like, Elder Scrolls, maybe. What do you think about
Um,
Elder Scrolls?
the Elder Scrolls games are good. Um, I like the freedom that you can have in them for most part. Like you can go anywhere you want to. Uh,
It's a huge world, isn't it? And like
exactly.
graphics are quite good. The views and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Elden Ring, not Elden Ring. What's the Skyrim? There we go. Elder was just in my head. Skyrim is a beautiful game, especially with all the
Yeah.
mods that they got nowadays and everything.
But Skyrim is a story mode, isn't it? It's not
oh yeah,
a PvP.
yeah, it's a story mode. Yeah.
Okay. And which game surprised you the most in a good way? Like there were no expectations, big expectations before you started, and you started and you were like, "Wow, this is great."
I'm not gonna lie. The only one that I've played of those is Skyrim. But as of a game that surprised me and how good it was, I would
You know,
probably
for
have to.
example, like Hunt Showdown, right?
Mm,
Before you buy it, it's kind of like it's not that easy to sell zombies and stuff like that. But like, I was really surprised about the sound system. Like, you can hear everything all around you. That's amazing. So that impressed me a lot. Something like that.
yeah, the sound system is good in the game, and then sometimes it's just like I can't tell where things are, because it can be too much noise at one time, and it sometimes get you killed because you can't really understand the information that the game is trying to feed you because it's just everything is overwhelming
Yeah,
with
I
so
know
many
what
different
you mean. Like,
sounds.
there's a waterfall next to you. There's a
Hmm.
fireplace and some ducks in the water making noise, and it's like you try to differentiate everything from which ones are steps and which are
Yep.
animals. Yeah, I know what you
Yep.
mean completely. I know what you mean. And what's the longest gaming session you ever done
Ooh. Um. Don't
outside the
judge me.
stream?
Don't judge me. Uh, it was actually Door Stream is the longest, and that was 36 hours of streaming.
36 hours, impressive. Yeah, I have managed just 24, so yeah, well done.
I wasn't expecting to go 36. It was for what was the name of that game? It was a new MMO that came out. I want to say maybe like 2021, 2022, September ish. Um, oh man, I forget it. And I was really enjoying it the first night. Had a lot of people watching. It was like 300 people watching, and just 36 hours, man. It was a ball. I loved it. I loved it.
How do you think what's the most underrated game ever?
Underrated game ever. Final Fantasy V.
Most underrated, yeah.
I think it's underrated. I think it's overshadowed um by 6, 7, 9, 10. Um, so people like to put it. Final Fantasy fans, most of them like to put it within like the middle of the bunch. And me, I love Final Fantasy V a lot. I've actually enjoyed the story. It's one of my favorites. Um, I just wish that game got more love from the community.
Okay, and the same about the other opposite. Like, by your opinion, which one is most overrated game? Like that there's a big
Overrated.
hype around it, but you don't see why it's so good.
Elden Ring. Surprisingly, I played plenty of the Souls likes and everything, and Elden Ring just didn't catch me like the rest of them did. Um, so like I said, I get a lot of hate for saying it on stream. I wasn't a big fan of it. I even tried to go back, still didn't like it. I haven't played it since they released the DLC for it. Um, but when it came out and like a year after it came out, it just didn't hold me still. It's just not for me.
Like I said, we are entitled to opinions and fair opinion, and as you know, haters gonna hate. So yeah, don't worry about it. And so, at last, let's go to your let's get into your streaming journey. And where did you start streaming?
December 2019.
And yeah, and is it like because of the epidemic, because of COVID?
It wasn't because of that. Um, it was more so because of my best friend and some other people that I know in my life and some family members. They've been trying to push me to do content creation of some sort, like YouTube or Twitch or something, because they felt like that I can actually be something when it comes to those things. Because I'm a big gamer nerd. I'm a nerd with this stuff, man. And for a long time, I always told myself, and even told them, no one cares about my opinions. Nobody want to see me play the game. You know, nobody want to do this. Nobody want to do that. I was just being a negative Nancy about trying it out, and I just did one night. And said, let's just try it. Let's do it.
So you can say big thanks to your friends, right?
Yes, yes, I can. I can.
Okay, and what was your setup when you started?
My setup at the time was a PS4.
PS4 and
Yeah.
with camera or without?
No camera yet. No camera yet. I didn't get one until I hit PC. Um, but yeah, like the PS4 had this thing called Share Factory, I believe it was called, and you can also stream directly from the console itself, so you didn't need any other equipment. And since it was just easily accessible, that was another reason why I just said, man, I'll try it out because it was just an easy press of a button. And I just like, first stream was I had like one viewer, you know. But as time went on, I started understanding, you know, don't even bother looking at the viewers or everything like that.
And do you remember your first follower or subscriber?
Oh man,
One of your friends? Is it one of your friends?
it is, yeah, it is. A lot of family and friends showed me some support in the beginning, um, just to try and get me out there a little above the algorithm a little bit, and of course, like as I started gaining more people, like more followers and subscribers started coming in and everything, uh, then they just start taking a back seat. They'll lurk but don't say anything, uh, and they'll try to watch when they can, which I appreciate them for to this day still, because without them trying to help me get my numbers up, to try and get me be visible or stand out from everybody else that has one viewer, I don't think I'll be sitting here today, to be honest.
So and how did you decide what to stream? Was it like you searched something? What's the most streamed game to get into the niche, or
So I started looking at it from a statistical standpoint. I'm a nerd. I like numbers and stuff like that. Um, when I streamed Resident Evil 5, and then my next stream was Dragon Age Inquisition, um, I started thinking to myself, okay, the streaming thing is not that bad. I just got to get used to talking, you know, even if someone isn't there or if I only got one viewer. And I started looking at categories on Twitch. I was like, okay, what has a good amount of numbers that I can stream, but also don't have a lot of people oversaturating that game with their own streams. Uh, so basically, in a way of me trying to think of a way to be a little more visible out there, uh, while not also trying to stream a dead game.
so you had
Right?
a very strategical approach, yeah?
Yeah,
Since
exactly,
beginning. Since
exactly.
beginning.
So
Awesome. Very I think that's a very good way to start.
yeah, you got to get yourself out there somehow, right? And Call of Duty was not going to do it for me.
Yeah, it's like
it
I
was
think
not
it's
going to do it for me.
oversaturated.
Yeah, exactly. I look at that like, oh, whoa, it's pages and pages on Twitch. Nah, yeah, no. We got to go somewhere else. So, I
Maybe I'm
found a,
wrong, but maybe I'm wrong, but like I think in Call of Duty, it you need to have really like a not great but very entertaining personality to
yes,
stand out. I believe because all the streamers I see like really on the top of Call of Duty
mhm.
got like entertaining personalities.
Yeah. It's a mixed bag for sure. You know, it's entertaining personalities. Is they're great at the game, but they don't interact or chat that much unless they're like between games, and it's some people who have that great mixture of I'm entertaining, but I'm also good at the game. You know, so
That is full package, isn't it? That's like
yeah,
full package when you're good at game and you're also entertaining. So that is awesome
exactly.
then. But also there are like some streamers that are really really good, but they don't even talk much. But they got like tons of followers, tons of watchers. So some people are watching just for the skill, right? Some
Exactly.
people don't care about that. And also there's other side, like some people like don't care about the skill, they just like to laugh with the entertaining streamers and stuff like that. So there's something for everyone, which is great.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's awesome that you had a nice support from family, from friends, but I believe also in beginning there was quite few trolls when you started the stream. So how do you deal with trolls and trolling in your chat?
So okay. I'm be I do this every time that I get one of these guys. There's there's some guys that just come in just to try and be the R word, like racist, basically. And I put them on a hot seat. Like I don't say anything crazy. I let them say what they gotta say, and I don't ban them immediately. I don't. I'll say, okay, listen, you're giving me something that I already heard before. If you're trying to hurt my feelings, man, you gotta do way better than that. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put on a 10-minute timer. I'm gonna give you some time to think about something, that's a little more egregious that will probably hurt my core a little bit more, and then we'll probably bang you then. So I give them a chance, and they normally don't. My chat lasts like, look at these bozos, and we just try to have a good time with them. Because the thing is that when you're dealing with trolls, they're waiting for your reaction. They want to see you impacted in a negative way because of something that they did. You don't give them that reaction. You take that power away from them. So that's my tip to everybody out there that's going to be starting off and trying to understand the way that trolls work and how to deal with them. Don't don't entertain what they're looking for.
How would you say what's the hardest part about being live? Is it the trolls? Maybe is it the part that somebody can come in and troll, or is it something else?
The hardest part is making sure that I keep myself also entertained. Um, so that's why I always try to play a game that I enjoy a lot of, and not just something that's just foreign to me. Um, that was also a way that I selected like what game I should probably try and stream in the beginning. Also, was I don't want to just join this category of this game because it has not so many streamers in it, but it has a good number of viewers. And I'm just going to do it just because, and force myself to play that game. I I'm not like that. I need to enjoy what I'm playing in order for me to feel good about putting the content out.
Okay, and what would be the most rewarding part of streaming?
For me, it's meeting new people, meeting other content creators, meeting somebody around the world. You, there's so many different people out there that you don't have the chance of meeting on a daily basis because maybe you guys don't live in the same area. But good thing about the internet is everyone's connected. You know,
Yeah, you can build a great community from everywhere,
mm-hmm,
from all around
exactly,
the world with different like beliefs, different like all you need to do is enjoy one game and it brings people together, which is kind of awesome, isn't it?
exactly. Like I had a guy that was watching me from the Middle East during uh one of their wars and everything, and he would come in whenever he could. He let me know his situation and everything like that. I always wish him the best of luck and to always stay safe out there. And I always will remember that man, always, because I haven't seen him in a hot minute. I hope nothing happened to him, but he stuck out a lot when it comes to something like that.
And do you interact a lot with your chat during the streams, or are you more focused on games and answer afterwards to everyone?
It's I say a mixture. It's a mixture. Some hunt showdowns, there's ups and downs in the action. Sometimes it's super slow, so I got all that time to react to everything that pops up as they come. Sometimes I'm in the highest elo. I'm never getting out of it. I'm one of those players that just everybody look at me like a sweat. I don't think I'm a sweat. Um, So I try to concentrate a lot more because I'm going against other people that think they are sweats or are sweats. And that's when I try to like tune off of the stream a little bit and try to focus on the game. And then if the fight gets to a stalemate, I'm like, okay, back to the chat. Let's talk it up a little bit. And if I hear something, then we get right back to the fighting. So that's the way I do it for right now.
Okay, and in your streaming journey, what was the first like really big hype moment? Like
First,
something
really,
at last I did it, or like really got you excited?
I have a redemption on my channel called it's called Lose the Glasses. I am blind as all out without my glasses on. Okay. Uh, I had this one game, and it was nighttime also. So not only can I not see, the game is also telling me you are not allowed to see. Uh, and I actually came out with the most kills. Like it was like 8 out of like 12 kills, no glasses on, and it it it, it was entertaining for everybody. Loved it. That was the game that made me keep it till this day still, because people they loved it. They want to see if can I beat the odds of coming out on top, even though I can't see a darn thing most of the time, unless I see like a little micro movement somewhere in my blurry vision that I'm looking at the screen with.
You know what comes into my mind? Like, even with glasses, right? When you
What?
play Hunt, there is nighttime, right? You
Yes,
can't see anything almost. And I imagine if you would play that without glasses, like you can't see anything with glasses. You take your glasses off and it's just like black screen, isn't it? That's it.
exactly. And you can edit this out if you want to or not. Every time I get a night map and I just can't see anything, the joke that I go with every time that chat still laughs at every time that I say it is, yo, it's darker than me out here. Like I can't see nothing. Like I can't see a darn thing. Um, but yeah, they love that joke every time I make it. When new people come in, they hear me say that for the first time, they love it. It's just that's my way of being entertaining. I'm out there. I'm out there when I see things.
And what's the most useful lesson streaming taught you?
Most useful lesson is you need a strong balance. Um, you want that motivation to grow. You want that, but at the same time, you also want to be patient. You know, you got to be in the middle of both. If you're rushing your growth, I feel like it's not going to stick as easy. Like we all want to be as famous as big as all these other big streamers, content creators. Making all this money and everything. Don't gotta go to a 9 to 5. I could just be at home and do my own thing, be my own boss. We it's a lot of people that want to do that. And they just try to look for the most fastest routes to get those things done. I've been streaming for 5 years. December will be 6, and I'm at 2,100 followers.
Yeah, I saw that
Never did
over
I
to
think in the beginning.
2000.
Yep. Never did I think in the beginning of all this that I would have even over 100 people following me. Like when I said no one wants to watch me play a game, no one cares about my opinions. All of that changed when I started streaming and people started asking me about my opinions, and I was like, wow, people actually care for that. Oh, people actually care to come back and watch me play Hunt Showdown for the 13th billion time, maybe. Like it's like it's crazy. And but yeah,
That's a
they
good
just
feeling, isn't it?
it,
That's
it
a great
is.
feeling
It is.
that you bring together like more people, similarly minded people. You bring them together and you
Mhm.
all vibe with each other. That's a great feeling, isn't it?
It is. It is great. And on my side, I know everybody try to have like the upbeat
And what do you
music and
think
everything, but I'm not.
viewers love most about your stream? Like, what brings them back?
So what brings them back, in my opinion, is I have the understanding that there are people that come and watch me for me, because of, like I said, my jokes or special game I'd be playing, and there's some people that come by just for a hunt, you know. And I understand that is not everybody is solely there just for you. Sometimes people can look at you as, oh, I can learn some things from him, you know. So I'm gonna watch his hunt gameplay because that's the game that I play. So me watching him, I could probably learn some peaks, some movement, something like that. And there's other people that come in there and just say, I just feel like vibing with E today. You know, I just want to talk with him. I just want to kid around with him. I want to see his adventures that he may have in whatever game that he plays. And I understand that nowadays. Especially, I think I started understanding that a lot more when I hit probably 1,000 followers. Probably around that time frame is when I started understanding that.
Well, that's great, isn't it? Like I said, there are different people watch for different reasons, and you provide both, so that you provide some gameplay and also the jokes, which I think jokes is very awesome in streams, aren't they? Would you agree that they are like kind of magnets to the streams, like joking? I know also the rage on the live is very like people want to see
People
others
love the
raging
rage.
and screaming.
They do. They love the rage.
Yeah, but
and I think
humor and jokes are
too.
also, I think, really, really, really great.
Yeah, because if you think about it,
you must have that.
Yeah, because if you think about it, comedians, professional comedians, they bring a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds in, and people love comedians to like all out. And it's the same thing with streaming. If you have a funny mentality about yourself, and you know, that gives people a reason to come back. Like, oh, he funny. I need to come back for this. He definitely got that positivity about himself. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes
everybody likes to laugh, right? Everybody likes to laugh.
Everyone
so
loves
that's
it.
all you need to do is to find the similar sense of humor that you have, and because everybody, like I said, everybody likes to laugh.
Yep. You gotta find that middle ground too. You gotta find that.
And what's the best advice you ever received as a streamer from other streamers?
Other streamers.
When you started, what was the best advice somebody gave to you?
Like I said, I'm a very numbers person, and in the beginning, I will look at if this number went up. Did I improve in this section? Did I do this? Did I do that? And to me, it was like validations that I was improving. But then days where they were lower, and I'm like, what am I doing? And I'm judging myself too hardly. I'm putting too much stress on myself for no reason. And another streamer, it was when I joined my stream team. We were talking about it just on the side, just randomly, and they're like, don't look at your stats. Just go out there and perform. Just go out there and perform. And that's kind of the things they tell you in theater in a way. Don't look at the crowd. Just go out there, do your best, and perform. And once I had that conversation with that person, understood it, let it sink in and everything, and that's when I just boop a stream. I just go out there and perform. Who comes along comes
when
along.
When you joined the stream team, is it Reign of Anarchy?
No. So my original stream team was House of Murder. I was with them for the last 2 years. I'm still kind of part of their group, but I'm just not on the streaming portion anymore. But I am now with Reign of Anarchy, as you saw.
Yeah, and, I got 3 more other guests from Reign of Anarchy already.
Yeah. I saw Marsh.
Yeah, so I kind of know the background story, and I think all of them said ignore the numbers, focus on what you like to do, and numbers are, as you said, you are very good, focused on statistics, right? The only thing they are good for is to seeing if you're growing or going down.
Mm,
but you need to know that sometimes there will be 100 people watching and sometimes there will be 5 people watching. Just
exactly.
always act the same, be yourself, and don't be that stressed about it, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Like I've played a number of different games on my channel and everything, and at first I was a little bummed out that I was getting less people because it's not Hunt Showdown. I'm a Hunt Showdown streamer that's a lot of people come and watch me for. So when I go play an RPG, like I said, I have love for RPGs. Not a lot, not as many people that I will typically have will come by and watch that. Um, and at first it was just hitting me. I was like, oh, come on, like why am I not getting the same numbers that I normally get every night? You know. And as time went on, like you will find people who also like this content too, as you keep doing it. Um, so just like how I built for Hunt Showdown, when I'm playing these other games like RPGs, I'm going to find other people who do like watching that particular game or also those type of games. So I'm a build in that area too at the same time. And right now, I'm starting not to be a one trick pony because of it, of just only being a hunt streamer. I'm known for that, but now I'm trying to add a lot more other games into the mix and see what my current player base likes to see. Not player base, but my current fans like to see of besides just hunt and just go off of that.
And how do you approach consistency? Do you think being consistent is very important? Like consistently posting shorts, consistently, I mean, how your streaming schedule? How do you approach that?
To be honest with you, I don't have a set schedule. Um, but I just tell everyone, hey, this is my work schedule. Okay. So for right now, weekdays, you can expect me from 6 p.m. and which to whatever time that I end, which is normally like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, stuff like that. And then on weekends, anywhere. I have people that like my morning streams on weekends, so sometimes I try to incorporate that into my schedule. Sometimes I like people that like me in the midday, and some that like me at night. Because I've worked plenty of different types of hours throughout my stream career, and so when that happens, you gotta change up your schedule for streaming too. And so I made a lot of different people.
You mentioned that you are, as you said, into statistics a lot and numbers, right?
Mhm.
But how about watching your old videos, like your broadcasts,
Oh,
your previous broadcasts? Do you watch them for improvement?
yes, and I have went back and watched like a couple clips that I have already on there, and especially from my console days, and I'm just like, wow, I have a different way of talking than I do now. Um, I'm from the hood, I'm ghetto, and during the beginning, it showed. I was ghetto. I was straight through, just like that, and then people watch me now, and I kind of I changed exactly. I changed my tone, because be honest, my voice is actually deeper than what most people hear now. Um, and I also changed the way that I talk, and also try to not say certain words on stream too that I'm used to saying on a daily basis. So, and I did those things to try and be more content friendly and also more collaborative friendly because I do play a multiplayer game. And there's a lot of awesome content creators out there. And I don't want to say particular words that I'm just saying every day because of who I am on their platform. So I train myself every day not to say it, not to say it. Don't get me wrong, it slips out on stream every now and then. But I apologize. I apologize to chat, even though I don't need to. I don't have to apologize to them for it, but it's by my own standards.
I know what you mean. We like I do the same. Like, and you learn from that. Like
Yeah.
my first podcast was like all these words like so like, you know, you watch
Mhm.
them back and then you're like, oh my god, really? And then you try to improve. And with each next one you try to improve, which is like, I think that's not that's like natural for
It
everyone
is.
who streams or who goes live or who records some live videos. It's very, that's the journey you need to go through, right?
It is. It's just about improving yourself. Like, the reason why I'm big on balance is because a very important person in my life um instilled me with this saying: too much of anything is bad for you, no matter how positive or negative it is. Um and I kind of live by that. It's just basically what that saying is kind of like yin and yang. You need balance. You need some. It's going to be some negative things in your life. Accept those things. It's going to be some positivity in your life. Accept those things. Um, but at the same time, do what you have to do for both sides to make sure that you yourself is a happy individual.
How do you want people to describe your stream? Like if somebody tells a friend, like, how would you like them to describe it?
So I've had some people come in already say, "Hey, my friend recommended you," and they say, "Yeah, you say that you're good at the game and you're very chill, you're relaxed over here," and that's just how I like to be. Um, I expressed to you earlier that I have heart problems, so I try not to get overly excited too much, because the more excitement that I have, the more that it can basically mess with my heart, and it gives me pain, and it can lead to other things for me. So that's why I'm always super relaxed, mellow, chilled out, playing the game. Sometimes I'll get hype on stream, but I try to make sure that it's not too long of being that excited.
That must be really hard when you're playing Hunt Showdown, right?
It is, especially when you're in a 1v3, 1v6, 1v whatever.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Heart's pumping and just like, ooh.
I don't know if that's the best game choice if you got heart problems, but
Wait,
it trains you to be chilled.
Almost 5 years later, I'm still living. So it's I think it's okay. I think it's all right.
Good, well done. And what's the biggest highlight on your stream so far?
Biggest highlight. Hmm. Um. There's one that's circulating on TikTok that I have. I believe it's about 30K views on it. And to me, it's just something so simple. It's something that's not even crazy in my opinion. I just got on top of a building. There's these two windows that you can look through on top of a certain building in Lawson Station, and I just farmed somebody. They kept resing their buddy, and I just kept farming them. And I always wondered, why is this one particular video getting this many views, this many likes, interactions, stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? There are a lot of new people that are in this game and they don't know that type of peak. To me, that peak is just something that I learned a long time ago, and it's just a simple peak to me. But to people that's new, to them, it's, oh wow, I didn't know that was there. I didn't know that you could do that. You can get an angle there, really? I don't got to push the building for this spot. And I have thought about making videos of all the different angles that I know about in the game. It's been in the back of my head for like at least 2 years now. No. I say a year and a half. But I just haven't done it yet, and I need to start uploading more content on other platforms again, like TikTok, YouTube.
Okay, and how about, you know, when you grow as a streamer, you
Mhm.
need to have to keep you going. You need to have some milestones, right? And so you can, yes, I achieved this. So because you need some kind of celebration, something to
Mhm.
celebrate. I believe first one was affiliate, right? So you
Yes.
you you reach affiliate, like, yes, I did it, and then it's maybe 100 followers, and it's yes, and then it's
Mhm.
1,000 followers. So the question is like, do you celebrate milestones, and how do you do it if you do it?
I do. Typically, the way that I do it is by giving back to everybody that's been supporting me. I never asked anyone for a dime while streaming, not once. I don't care if I'm going through a financial situation. I like helping people, but I I don't like being on the other side of that. Makes me feel kind of vulnerable, so I don't do that. And people in chat just they spend their hard earned money on me every time. So my way of giving back when we do reach those milestones is maybe 24-hour stream. Maybe we do giveaways for every hour that I stream and stuff like that. Um, those are the type of things that I like to do to try and get back to them because sometimes people got $5 to spend on you, but then they spend that $5 on you and they don't have any other way to like try and get some other things that they like to enjoy in gaming. Um, there's a ton of skins in Hunt Showdown. I'm probably one of the few people that have every single skin in the game. And
Oh,
then
you
a lot
got
of
all
people
of
that
them.
don't. Oh yes, I have every single skin in the game.
Every hunter, every weapon skin.
Yes. The is besides one I would actually say um is from the super early days when Hunt first came out, when it was early access. Whoever played the game in early access got a certain skin. I don't have that because I came in a little later than that. But if we want to take out those type of skins out the equation, I basically have every single one that you can pay for, earn, and events and stuff like that. I have every single skin in the game, weapon or character.
Wait, I was counting a few weeks ago. I think it's growing. I know it's growing, but at that time it was 108 hunter skins, and you're saying you got all of them.
Yes, and I believe it's probably over 100 because there was a time where um I had a different hunter in every slot, and right now the max you can carry is 75, and there was some
Yeah.
hunters that I didn't even have in the list. So I believe you when it says it's 108. I haven't counted myself, but I believe it.
And just between us hunt players, like, which is your favorite hunter? Which is your favorite hunter?
um,
Top
lose
three,
my
maybe. I know
no
it's hard to
no.
choose.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with an OG on this one. For my console days, and I used her a little bit when I switched over to PC. Weird Sister, favorite hunter in the entire game. Um, on console, I was known for using Weird Sister, and I was known for using LaBelle. So it's times where people just like, oh, it's a Weird Sister. Oh, she's shooting a LaBelle. That's probably Erock. That's probably him. And so she's my favorite. Next after that is probably Luz Mala. I love Luz Mala. Um, and then probably the third favorite will be Private Eye. Private Eye, she's a little different than my first two options, but she's classy to me. She got a classy feel to her, so I like her a lot too. So that'll be my top three.
Do you ever, it's sometimes you probably run out of ideas. So it could be because it's so many things, right? So do you watch any other streamers for ideas, for inspiration?
Um, I do. A few out there is I would say a particular one is Bakba Soup. He used to be a Resident Evil speedrunner. He still speed runs the games, but he don't speed run for the best times. He just speed runs because he can, and a lot of people like watching it. And he's a very entertaining individual. He knows every in and out of mostly every Resident Evil game, and seeing him go through these runs for me, it entertains the heck out of me. And there's some things that he do in there that what was was one. Um, it's been a while since I've taken something from another streamer. It's been a while. I forget his. I'm gonna say like the cartoony feel of the emotes. I got that from him. Um, I didn't know like what kind of emotes I wanted to go with at first. I had the slots for a while, never filled them, and I looked at his and said, you know, these are very lighthearted. Some of them are funny, so I want to go with something that looks like this in a way. And at the time being, I didn't really have like a like his whole thing is a chicken. That's why his like, balk basu because chickens balk and everything like that. Um, so his whole emo thing was with chickens. Me, I didn't associate myself with like any type of animal or anything like that, so I just chose me to be cartoonic. Um,
I think your viewers are. Uh, what did it said on your stream? Deadly Warriors, something like
yes,
that.
Deadly Warriors, correct.
So that's your kind of. That's how you speak with your. That's how you call your followers, basically. Yeah,
Hmm.
your chat. All right.
Um, a YouTuber inspired that idea for me a little bit. I even got him as the follower notification is him saying, welcome to the round table of Black Air Force activity. And so I was like, I like the idea of a round table. What can I do with that? I'm like, we can be like Deadly Warriors a little bit, you know. We can have people at the round table and then we have everybody that we just
You
go
think
up in
that's
the
from
ranks.
the your medieval game? Because it's like
Um in a way, yeah.
warriors and
Yeah.
something connected and round tables where
Yep.
in all good old days round tables and
Mhm.
warriors. That could be the reason.
So I threw a little bit of my RPG ish love into that, even though it has nothing to do with Hunt Showdown. Because I made that in the middle of me streaming Hunt Showdown about 3 years ago. Is when I came with that.
Okay, and you got sponsored, right? It's called Hobe, something like that. Energy drink.
Dubby, yes. I'm
Dubby,
still
sorry.
no, you're fine. I have actually one of their cans right here. I love their flavors. Um, like I
No, I'm
said,
just wondering. Like, I never asked anyone about sponsorship, how it works, and I never googled it. In how in a short, very word, very short, like how it works. You like advertise their stuff, and they give you product for free. Just for
um,
new content creators, just for new streamers. I just would like so they know why to go for the sponsorship.
so yeah. So you advertise their products and everything. Depending on like where you are within the tree of content creators, you know how many viewers you get, how many people buy our stuff because they use your promo code, stuff like that. Will depend on if you get those free things. I don't get the free things. It's okay with me. I don't mind it. I like the company. Um, and I've had two different sponsorships. One of them I canceled. I think the other one was called Ollie Keys or something like that. Um, they reached out to me actually for that sponsorship, and I never heard them before, so I said I'll try it out. You know, for a couple months, see how it goes for me and everything, see how I like it. And they're a good company. They sell keys of games, like some other websites do. That like what's a website that has keys? I think it's called Games Planet. I think they sell keys for games, where you can redeem it in Steam or PSN to unlock that game because you bought it on their website and not on actually on Steam or PlayStation. And then W here, W, I actually reached out to them about their product because I did buy a can before I did sponsor with them, and I liked the fact that it didn't have a lot of caffeine in it, but enough because of my heart. Um, Not bashing G Fuel because I actually do drink G Fuel still, but it does give me the jitters. and it also does make me crash. And it also messes with my heart a little bit sometimes if I drink too much of it. And with Dubby, I don't get either one of those feelings when I drink it. So um, when I tested it, brought one of their cans, and said, "Oh yeah, this is something that I want to try and see if I can sponsor with." And they were looking for streamers any size. They didn't care if you had one viewer or a whole bunch. They were a small company trying to get the thing out there a lot more, and I went for it, and they accepted it, and I've had it ever since, and I've bought plenty of different flavors ever since, and still drink it every now and then. So that's my journey with the sponsorship so far.
Okay, so we are halfway this year, right? At the moment, and
Mhm.
this is the last question about your streaming
Okay.
journey. So what's the next for you this year? What you try to achieve this year in the remaining 6 months in this year?
What I've been trying to achieve this year, which I think is actually going really well. Um, like I said earlier, I'm kind of stuck in that skill MMR of being a sweat and trying to play with some other content creators that just enjoy the game. They're not sweaty or anything like that. They just enjoy the game for what they are and they want to have fun with it. I can't play with them as often as I want to. I can't reach out to them because they know if they join my lobbies that it's going to be like that. And people thought that I really cared about skill in the game. I really don't. And I started getting that message out there to people as I started meeting new people, and I started playing with them. We have a fun time. They wouldn't think that I would ever be like that ever. They thought that, oh, he's gonna be pissed off if I don't get this kill. No, it's a game. It's on Showdown. Things happen. It's whatever to me. Um,
Everything
and
happens in Hao though. You
yeah,
can do your best, you can try your best, but
hmm
like there can be situations like nothing you can do, like
yeah.
Hive is on the roof poisoning you, immolators beating you up,
Yep.
everything.
So me playing with them, they start to talk to me. We start to hang out more, do more streams, and then other people will start seeing me with them, and it will start trickling down from word of mouth. Oh, Erock's cool. He's cool people. He plays with anyone. He just wants to have a good time. Don't be afraid of his skill, which I still put out there as a caution thing. My lobbies are sweaty. If you don't want that, we don't have to play. But if you don't mind it and you want to have a good time, I am there with you. I am there. So that's what I try to put out there at the same time because I don't want anyone to have um a misunderstanding of how I go about with the game that I primarily stream.
Okay, and so that was about your streaming. Let's talk about your content creation. And when did you start making content outside of the Twitch? Was it straight away, or you waited for a moment and then just started to go to YouTube,
Actually,
TikTok?
it was before I started streaming. I used to make some videos for Apex Legends, and because I was very big into Apex Legends for a couple of years, and again, that editing software that I was talking about on PlayStation, Share Factory, it allowed me to take my recordings that I had on my PlayStation and edit them down and make YouTube videos out of them if I wanted to. And I know it wasn't the best way to do it, but at that time it was all I had. I didn't have a PC that can do all the rendering and all that stuff, the gaming. I didn't have a PC, to be honest with you, at all. Um, and I used that to do some YouTube, which that was before I understood the oversaturation of content for some games. Apex is a huge game. I'm I wasn't really getting that many views out of it, but I still enjoyed doing it. I still enjoyed making the videos that I did out of it.
Which platform you enjoy most? TikTok videos, YouTube Shorts, or is there any other?
I will say that I enjoy TikTok more. Um, because I feel like TikTok is more of a I will scroll till I find something type of platform more than YouTube is. Um, YouTube is for me at least. I don't really use it for the shorts. I more so use it for if I want to make like a long video out of it, out of something. I'll put it on YouTube. But anything else is like 3 minutes or less. I mostly try to just put it on TikTok. I feel like exposure on TikTok is a little more easier. Um, when it comes to putting out shorts and stuff. So for me, I'll have to choose TikTok over YouTube at this current time.
Okay, and do you plan your content, or you just go, you play, and then oh, this was good, I'll put that on, or you like plan before, you're like, I will get like 5 kills with some weapon, then put it on. Do you plan it before, or you just go?
Um, no, I just float with the boat. Um, if I get something crazy, if I get a great idea, then I will, try to make a video out of them. But most of the time, it's just me just winging it, just streaming, and then all of a sudden, I just get an idea from, oh wow, that was a good moment. I want to make something out of that. You know. Um.
Have you ever been in that situation when I believe every content creator has been, but like, have you been in that situation where like you're making a video and you think like, yes, this will gonna be great, this will go good. I'm like invested like, I don't know, 20 hours. This will smash the likes. It will be awesome, and it flops. Nothing happens. You been in that position?
Yes. 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 So me and some IRL buddies, they wanted to play Ark Survival. Uh, I'm not huge on survival games, but since they're my buddies and they want to make content out of it, I said, let's try it. Let's do it. I'm not gonna say no to something that I have never tried before, because you never know if you might actually enjoy it with said people or with the way that you guys are trying to do the creation of said videos. And I think we did about 4 or 5 videos before I called it quits. Um, I didn't call it quits for them or anything like that, or for the numbers that they were getting. I called it quits because it led back into something that I was saying earlier. I wasn't really enjoying it myself. Um, and I wasn't being as entertaining as I normally am. So, I backed out of it. Eventually, the whole project did get canceled after like 4 or 5 uploads that we did to YouTube. Um, but yeah, it did flop though. It did flop, but that's what you expect from people who aren't known like that. Um, most of the time, your first couple of creations, unless you're just out there plastering it everywhere, Discords, Reddit, and everything like that, to get the most views as possible, which we weren't doing. But we put a lot of time and effort into it. It flopped. And to me, I was just, okay,
Oh, I believe it
that's
was a great
fine.
experience, wasn't it? Great
Exactly.
experience. You learned something new and find out something new. So worth it
Exactly.
anyway, isn't it?
Yep. And that's the way that
Yeah.
I took it. And I just kept going by myself and then beat myself up about it.
About those short videos, right? TikTok short
Hmm.
videos. Are you consistent? Do you got like schedule? You post daily
Uh,
just to?
I was consistent at a point. I want to say about a year ago. At least I was doing at least one a month. Um, when I recently moved in August of last year to out here, and I'm more of a night owl. So like my brain comes up with a lot of ideas in the middle of the night. I have a lot more motivation to do things like editing and everything during the night, and I'm used to working up until midnight, coming home, be up for another 4 or 5 hours until like 5 a.m. And now I can't really feed that side of me. And so where I have a hard time doing right now is finding that time where I have that motivation like I used to, because I moved to a different time zone. It's a 3-hour difference, and I work a completely different timing also. I work in morning now instead of working at night. So it's just trying to find that motivation like I used to. That I used to get in the middle of the night, which I just don't get during the day.
And we spoke about your streaming goals this year. And what would be the biggest content related goal this year? What would you like to do?
Um, my girl, she's very big into cosplaying. So my biggest goal right now is to try to get to 3K. That's my biggest goal. Um, and when I do hit that, I might cosplay as like a character that I like in gaming, and most likely I'll have her help in doing so. Uh, people like people like when you cosplay as people in anime, gaming, all that stuff, and it's something I always had in the back of my head, but just never done. So that'd be something that's different for a big milestone like that for me for hitting 3K. And so that's where my head is right now when I do reach that goal.
And do you make any guides or educational content around the games?
I don't. Um, I've thought about doing it before. I just haven't done it. I just feel like there are already a lot of other people that do that same thing already. Yeah, and I feel like I will just be another one in a haystack.
Do you follow the trends? Do you follow the trends or you avoid them? You know, there's some once in a while some trends come up. Do you follow them?
It's a once in a while thing. The reason why is because, like I said before, I don't want to be in something that's overly saturated. And most of the time, when you are following a trend, it's going to be overly saturated. And trying to trying to separate yourself from everyone else becomes harder at that point. So that's why I said it's half and half. Sometimes I will follow a trend, like, oh, this game right here, I have to get on this game. This game is awesome, and I don't care how many people are playing it. Best one I could say recently was Expedition 33. Um, that game, as time went on, it was trending a lot, a lot. But the thing is that it was a game set that was above my expectations so much that I just said, forget it. I'm still going to stream it. I'm still going to enjoy myself on stream. Who comes, who comes, who doesn't, who doesn't. I'm having my fun. So like it's 50-50 if I follow a trend.
What is the least favorite part of video creating?
It's the editing. It just takes time. That's what I said. I have that motivation in the middle of the night every time. Not much is going on around me. People are asleep. It's just me. I don't got to focus on anybody else or anything else besides just the editing and everything. And that's the hard part, is just getting through that editing and also knowing when to stop. Because when you're doing something that you like doing, you always want to keep trying to add more and more to it because you think it's not enough. So understanding when to call it quits when making the video, I will say, is very important.
How much AI is involved in your content creation?
None. I don't use
none of it. Like no thumbnails, no description, nothing.
Nope. If I make a thumbnail, is because I sat through and did that myself.
And you're like
the editing, sat there and did it myself.
Is there any reason you are against AI taking it over, or because it really helps a lot? It's such a shortcut. Or you wanted everything done by by yourself?
Yeah, it's just that for me, when I do the editing or do the thumbnails, I take it as a learning experience for me. So I feel like, yes, the AI is definitely very helpful. But say just in case something happens with these AIs, and you gotta just do it the manual way, do it yourself. You don't want to see that dip in quality that you put in those things like thumbnails. Um, so for me, it's since I don't put out a lot of content like that on other platforms on a daily basis or a monthly basis anymore, I try to still force myself to learn new things that I can try and do in these thumbnails when I am doing it myself.
Let's speak about your community. How would you describe your community?
My community, they are a reflection of me. Just very chill and laid back and just want to just have a good time during stream. That's that's the way that I've been doing it, and that's the way they like it.
And when did your community start feeling like a real thing? You know, did it take a long time since when you started, or when was that? How long it took to get that feeling? Yes, I got a community, and it's a really.
I want to say around the time that I hit 500 followers, and that was around summer of 2022. Um, with me being at first a Hunt Showdown console player, a lot of people didn't want to watch console. So most of the time, I was just getting support from other console players and some PC that didn't mind it. When I switched over to PC, I saw a whole lot more growth than I did when I was on console in a short amount of time. Me switching over. Once people started understanding like who I was, who's this Erock guy? All of a sudden, where did he come from? I've never seen this guy in game before. All of a sudden, he's just here, you know. And then people started realizing, oh, he's a streamer. He streams, da-da-da. And word of mouth again starts going out. I start getting people that come in, and when I hit 500 or around that 500, that's when things started feeling a lot more like a community to me. Um, because not only do I have the support of the console players, I also am starting to get support from the PC players a lot more. And I felt like that was a good mesh, of bringing everybody together all at once instead of just being a separated line between the both of us.
Okay, and I know you got Discord, right? You got
Yes.
Discord server,
Mhm.
and is it very active? Do you involve yourself a lot?
It's not very active. I just don't go in a lot. Some days, yeah, we're way more active than others. Um, but I treat my Discord just like my streaming. You know, if no one's talking, no one's talking. But on the days that everybody is talking in there, it's a great day. We're all just hanging out, chilling, and I don't mind it. As I get bigger, more people will probably come in, be a lot more active in there, and that's okay with me.
Do you involve your Discord community in content ideas? Do you make a polls about or
Yeah. So recently, I started up of people giving me ideas of old games to play. Like I said, I grew up on a lot of old games from like the '90s, early 2000s, stuff like that. And there's some people out there that really do enjoy this type of games like I do. So I made a section in my Discord for suggestions for PS2 games at the current time. I will eventually put in like PS1 and a few other consoles out there into the list, but for right now, just PS2 and just them just give me ideas of games that they would want to see me stream.
how do you handle drama and disputes inside your Discord community? There must be some once in a while.
I'm I try to be as understanding as possible. But when things are taken too far, I get really stern and I plant my 2 feet down and I stand on it. Um, because I do want to maintain just a chill environment. Like everyone is going to argue with somebody at some point, but if you take it too far to the point where it's more than just the argument, now you're both insulting each other as individuals and stuff like that, then I'm just okay. No, we're not doing that. You want to argue about a game, so be it, but don't get anybody's family, themselves or anything else involved. There is no reason for that. And if you want to keep doing that after I already gave you a warning, I will give you the boot. I would do what I need to do to maintain the chill, vibey environment that I like to keep around myself.
Okay, and has it led to how you built any friendships through your community? I mean, like
Oh, yes.
real life friendships. Well, more correctly would be like how you met anyone in real life from that started just like as a viewer or started as a community member in Discord. How you met them in real life after a while?
Yes. Yes. For right now, two people that I've met in real life. Well, one person I met in real life, but the other one I haven't met him, but um, we're like brothers. Uh, Earlier in my stream career, playing on PC, a lot of people put me and my buddy Chase together a lot. It was like, oh, if it's Erock, Chase is on that team. If you see Chase, mostly Erock is on that team. And we try to look out for each other and everything like that as much as we can. Even in real life, if one of us need to talk, we'll talk. If one of us just needs help financially, hey, like I need like $10 for gas, bro. Here you go, man. Like take the $10, go to work, do what you gotta do, man. Like that's the way me and him. That's the way we roll. Um, Another one is my buddy Op. I actually met him and his girlfriend when they visited me last year before I moved from the West Coast. Um, and me and him, like, we're chill. It's my first time meeting him in person, and I know sometimes when you meet someone in person from the internet, sometimes they're not the way they are on the internet, or sometimes they are. And I'm the way that I am. And I didn't know how he was going to be. I didn't know if he's going to be like a totally different person than what he is on the internet, or if he's going to be the exact same. And he was the exact same, and we're still buddies. He even asked me for tips when it comes to streaming and everything. Whenever he having problems.
You ever been in situation when community helped you like keep going? Like for example, you're like almost in situation where oh this is not working, it's time to give up, and community brings you back, something like that.
Um. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've had a lot of deaths between now and 2012, and during the beginning of my streaming career, it was a lot of very important people in my life, and having to keep going through that, where you're seeing one or two people a year that are very close to you, just suddenly no more. It affected me in a way. It made me depressed a little bit, and my viewers always try to keep me on the right path, on the right mindset. Of course, whenever I was streaming, um, and they always motivated me to keep coming back the next day and do more streams and everything. And that's it's kind of why, like, still to this day, I will stream probably every day. There's a lot of people out there that will tell you don't stream every day, don't do that. But that reason there was why I still do it every day, unless I really need a mental break from the streaming or from the game or whichever. So that was a time frame for me.
That just shows how important community is, like in every aspect. That you can get that support even you don't know the people and they are just viewers. Well, not just viewers, they are viewers that you got the common interests and who like
Mhm.
your personality or the game you play, and it just shows how important community is and how helpful it can be in hard moments, right? And yeah, so let's speak about some advices. Like if somebody starts and you can give quite good advice. I believe you got over 2,000 followers. So
Um,
it's the classic question, right? What's the first thing a beginner should focus on?
Understand the software that you are working with. Um, because when issues arrive, which they will on stream, live and everything, um, you will need to know how to fix it. So that is my first thing: is learn every bit about the software that you are using to stream. You know, it's the Elgato, the NVIDIA, Streamlabs, OBS, whichever one. Learn it as much as possible. Understand what every option does. Don't just go on YouTube, look up best options for OBS, and just click, 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 and just copy everything they got from the top of the page down to the bottom. Because you doing that, yeah, your stream might work, but when something happens, audio, you got lag, something like that, you won't know how to fix it, and then you're scrambling on stream on trying to figure out how to do it. And that'll be my first tip: just understand your software. Anything can happen.
What's the biggest mistake you see new streamers making now?
New streamers
Who just start and you can see straight away, oh, that's a mistake.
I'm gonna use my buddy Chase as an example because he was in that field for a while. Is don't get bummed out because you only have 5 viewers. Because a lot of people they look at that, they got motivation in the beginning. They got like 7 hours in stream down already, and they're only sitting at 3 or 1 or whichever, and they get bummed out. Motivation just leaves. They don't talk as much anymore while they're on the stream, and they just get to the point where it's like, I'm just going to end stream and just cut it off. Right? Don't do that. You know, set a number of time for yourself on how long you're going to stream for, and just try to do that or around that as many times as you can a week that you want to stream. And it doesn't matter about how many that you have there, because the thing is that at some point you will start getting some exposure. It's going to happen. Either if it's 5 additional people, 100 additional people, 50, doesn't matter. You will get some type of exposure. And if those people, they love you enough, they drop you a follow and keep coming back for more, those are going to up that viewer number for you, yeah. And it's going to start putting you above in that Twitch list for streaming. So you'll no longer be in the gigantic pool of 1 viewer. You will start to climb up slowly and slowly and slowly. To this day, I still sometimes get 7 a day. Sometimes I get 20. Sometimes I get 50. It fluctuates on depending on when I start, what I'm playing, and how I'm feeling that day.
Okay, and what about multi-streaming? Would you suggest that new streamers start with multi-streaming straight away, or conquer one platform first and then go into multi-streaming?
If you are able to do the multi-streaming, do it. I would say
start with multi-streaming straight away if you can.
Yeah, I would say do it. The only reason because it's just like the videos. The more that you're out on these other platforms, the more that you might get somebody to come over to Twitch where you mainly want them at. Because getting as much exposure as possible on these other platforms is very important. Even if that's you streaming on multiple platforms, it's just making videos for them. Doesn't matter. You know, get yourself out there as much as possible. Try not to be a one-trick pony.
Do you think Discord is a must-have community tool these days? Because you need something that keeps your community together between the streams?
I do. Reasoning is Discord could be used for several different things. Interacting with your community. Be used for helping your community to keep track of when you are going in the moment live, or scheduling to go live for the entire week. And also, some updates for some games that you might like, where some bots can, or not bots, but you can have updates for a game's Discord be fed into your own Discord in a way too. So if you have a community, like for me, Hunt Showdown, I have Hunt Showdown alerts from their own Discord that comes over to mine, so that people can also find it there too without having to actually go to the Hunt official Discord. So it's a lot of different ways that you can use your Discord for your community. but I would say mainly use it for the interaction and also your scheduling is my top two things.
Yeah, keep it together, keep community together with Discord and scheduling. Posting schedule is very good for that. And how important is networking for new streamers? Should they reach out for other streamers to work together, or just do it on their own?
Very important. That was part of my big objective this year. And because the thing is that 6 stars for the MMR and Hunt Showdown is only 2% of the community. That's it. It used to be only 0.2% of the community. And there's so many other content creators out there. So many in different skill levels that play this game. I want to play with those people. I want to meet new people, stream with them, have a good time with them, and just go about networking as much as possible. I think it is a very important thing. Unless you are someone who does like speed runs or play single player games and stuff like that, networking is still important for that, but I'll probably say not as important as playing a multiplayer game where there are several different streamers interacting with each other, going against each other on a daily basis. You know, that's the way that I see it.
So, what gear should be upgraded first? Like, let's for example, you start with camera and mic. So, what's the next thing you should get?
Camera
Stream
and
deck,
mic.
lights behind you, or what would be the next thing?
Lighting for sure. If you're gonna have a camera, you need good lighting. Like for example, like my lighting, that's my lighting turned off. You can probably barely see me. I got a lot of like dark over here, a lot of light over here. The light, woof, helps bring that balance. So I would say definitely invest in some type of good lighting. Me, I have one. Some people got lighting to their right, to their left, straight ahead of them. It's definitely do your lighting if you got a camera, please.
And as we know, in Twitch you got that option where you can turn off the viewers count. What's your opinion about that in beginning? Should you turn it off, or you should leave it on and track your progress from it?
Yeah, turn it off. Turn it off. Because the thing is,
turn it off so it never bothers you, right?
Yes, because the thing, like I said, I'm someone that likes numbers, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot more other people out there that likes numbers. And for people that likes numbers, there's nothing more that will unmotivate you as seeing your numbers go down just a little bit. Because then you're no longer focused on trying to get the content out and be entertaining and play the game and interact with everybody. Now your mind is focused on, what am I doing wrong? Did I say something wrong? You know, you start thinking of all these things in your head, which can affect how entertaining you are, how focused you are in the game, how focused you are with your chat and everything. So turn it off. Turn it off. Don't even have the option of it being up there. Because sometimes some of us will have it on still, say, well, we don't care, then look over. And then just fall into that whole loop of doubting yourself and questioning what you're doing. Turn it off, have a fun time, enjoy it, watch it back if you need to.
Okay, and when starting, should new streamers stick to one game or do a variety in beginning?
I would say
because it's kind of
variety.
debatable. You can go on one game hardcore, right, and just wait till your community grows, or you can try different other games in hope that the one will go viral and you just stay with that.
I would say go more variety, and that's what I wish I did when I first started out. When I started making a following for myself, I should have done that. The reason being is because not every game lasts as long as some of these other franchises do. Sometimes they last for 5 or 6 years. So you built a community around this one game for 5 or 6 years. What's your next step? You know, what's that next thing for you? And that is where I'm at right now. I've been playing this game since 2020, like February or March of 2020. Loving the game. Been through all the patches and everything, the changes that they made to the game. But now I'm at that point where I want to start playing other things. I want to start growing a different game, and I just don't know what yet. I don't know yet. So I feel like if you're doing multiple different games at once from the get go, from the beginning, people will know. Okay, he plays different games instead of just saying, "Oh, okay, he plays Hunt Showdown. Oh, okay, he plays Madden. He plays Apex." You know, my thing about being a one trick pony: separate yourself from that as much as possible. Do the multiple different games. Play different things that you love to play. Because the more that you love something, the more entertaining you're going to be about it, and the more information that you're probably going to have about it in the next person.
What would you say to a person who's scared to even begin? Like he or she gets camera, gets mic, but like is too scared to start, too scared to press that live button because not everybody feels comfortable in front of camera. So what would be your motivational speech? Let's call it that.
That's I would say if you don't want to be on camera, there's a lot of options out there. VTuber, stuff like that. Try that out and see if that's something for you. Instead of you being live on the screen, have what I call a persona of yourself live on the stream. And for some people that actually calms their nerves when it comes to streaming something without having a camera, because they don't want to be on camera, which is understandable. A lot of people want to hide their face. They don't want their face to be known. Even YouTubers do that. A lot of YouTubers don't even show their faces for thousands of subscribers and views and stuff like that. So if you are scared to press the live button because you have a camera, try the VTuber route. You might like it. It might calm your nerves a lot more.
Yep. Good advice. And so let's finish with fire questions. Ready? Okay. Headshots or explosions? What do you enjoy more in the Hunt Showdown?
Headshots.
Both feel good, doesn't it?
It does. I love hearing that sound every time.
All right. So headshots or explosions? What was it?
Headshots.
Headshots, awesome. And sweet or salty snacks?
Sweet.
Sweet. So, and that brings the question, which one is your favorite?
Peach rings. I love me some peach rings. Yes, I love me some peach rings.
Okay. And longest stream you ever done? I know that you were gaming for 36 hours, but what's the longest stream?
Longest stream is that 36. That was my longest stream and gaming session without any breaks, really. Only breaks I got was go to the bathroom and get something out the kitchen. That's about it.
Okay. And favorite streamer right now?
Favorite streamer right now is still my boy Bakba Soup. I love his content. Like I said, I'm a huge Resident Evil nerd, so watching someone play one of my favorite franchises and just having a grand time is why I like watching them.
Okay. And what short content or long content? How do you think what's better?
Okay. I like both, to be honest. But I do understand the whole TikTok effect. A lot of people's attention span are not that long. So I'm gonna say short as of for what's better. But there are ways to enjoy both. Like 1 hour YouTube videos, I listen to those while I'm driving. I may have something on while I'm going to bed. I may have something on while I'm editing. Where it comes to something that is short, I know it's short. I need to have a lot more focus on that said video because a lot can happen within that little bit of time that they have for that video. So I think short is better for right now for the attention span that I feel that everyone has at the current time. Long for other reasons that people might have just for distraction.
Okay. Is there a game you wish you would be better at?
A game that I wish I'd be better at. I have been playing Rainbow Six Siege.
I was about to say the same example. I would love to be better on it. Oh my god.
I would too.
That would be great.
Like, I know I have the potential to be good at that game.
I'm telling the same thing to myself all the time, but like it will be loads of practice and stuff like that, and seeing those guys. You ever played the Rainbow Six as well? Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I actually was just playing it the other night.
What's very, I don't know. I don't think it's coincidence, but like many people I meet playing Hunt Showdown play Rainbow Six. I don't know. Is it like this? You know, Rainbow Six and Hunt. I know totally different games, right?
Yeah.
But the idea, guarding bounty and guarding bomb, it's not the same, but principle kind of the same. You put the traps, you cover the angles. And also from outside, like attacking team tries to get into building, get the bomb or get the bounty. Like, I don't know. Am I the only one who sees the similarity, or
no.
is it like that?
There's similarities there and everything. My biggest thing with that game is probably what a lot of other people have with Hunt Showdown when they're starting off is learning compounds, which for Siege is just maps. Learn the maps.
That is maps, loads of maps, and like 3-floor buildings and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, that's loads of.
So with learn the maps, you got to understand every room, where doorways are in every room, what's a hallway, what leads to another part of a different room, and having that knowledge and also knowing what walls are breakable.
And rotations, breakable walls, yes, and that's a very big similarity about the wall banks. Like not many games has a wall bank. Like everything is destructible in Siege, for example, and so that's really. I don't think it's a coincidence anymore because so many people. I'm like, what else you play? And like yesterday, I played with a guy from Italy, and we were speaking about the games, and I said, well, the Hunt and the Rainbow Six Siege are the only shooters I play, because I started with Rainbow Six Siege and none of the others I got interested, but when I tried Hunt, I was like, yep, this is the one. And he said the same. And he said the same, like, yeah, I started with Rainbow Six as well, and the next game I tried is Hunt Showdown, because so there is some connection. There is some connection between. I believe in that.
I agree with you fully on that. And that's why I feel like I can do better, because the thing is that if I can play a game like Hunt Showdown, I can learn the ins and outs of these maps so that I can know what angles to hold. So I can know if I'm hearing something, oh, this person is in this room that looks like this in my head. Like I already had it all pictured in my head already. That's the way I am with Hunt Showdown. Oh, this person's in this room. Oh, okay, he could be there. I already got the whole image in my head. Siege, there's no image for me. I'm going through my filing cabinet in my brain to try to figure out what does this room look like. like where could they be sitting at? What angle could they be shooting me from? What wall could they have broken apart to get an angle on me? It's just so many different things to try to learn, and that's probably why I've been playing a lot more, because I feel like my brain is being worked a lot more than Hunt Showdown because I know a lot already.
One game forever or new game every week? Which option would you choose?
New game every week.
New game every week?
Yeah, new game every week. Reason why I say that is because there's going to be a point where you where the game starts to feel stale to you when you've been playing it for way too long. It's going to happen at some point. Do we love it? Yes. But are we going to get bored of it? At some point, yes. So me, a game every week. You know, I would rather dabble with different games than like I said, how I am now of just only playing one game.
And the famous last fire question is, 3 words, how would you describe your community?
My community, supportive, relaxing, and good taste in music.
Nice.
Good taste in
Actually,
music.
I will add one more last question. Like,
Okay.
how 3 words how your community would describe you?
Chill, because like a chill and relaxing. That's the two things that I like. And entertaining, entertaining, very funny. Um, just the way I like to be. I've been like that with my family. Every day when I woke up, I would go in my grandmother's room, mess with her a little bit and everything, make her laugh. My aunt come in her room, I mess with her, make her laugh too. And I'm like, okay, yeah, see, they smiled, they had a good time, their day starting off good. Now I'm gonna go about my day and have my good day too. So that's the way that I like to have stream. I like to try and make everybody else's day awesome. Like they only come in for 30 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't care. Make you laugh a little bit as much as I can while you're here, and then enjoy the rest of your day. I'm enjoying mine too and continue smiling.
Okay, and on this note, we will finish.
All
So
right.
that's it for today's episode. Big thanks to you for joining me, and
Yeah, thank you.
everybody who's watching. Go and check out his streams and his videos. As you saw, nice guy, chill guy with good sense of humor. Right? Go check it out. Push that follow button, and also for everybody who enjoyed the podcast, press like, subscribe, do the classic stuff everybody asks always. And see you next time. Okay, bye bye.
Thank you.